Wednesday, May 5th, 2021. Today on the Daily Review, we discuss 2006's Almodovar movie by Pedro Almodovar, starring Penelope Cruz. It's called Volver, with your host, me, Joe LaRocca. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? This is the reddest episode of Daily Review ever. Volver, boobam. Let me get rid of some other things here real quick. This is a movie I hadn't watched, and I don't know why I hadn't watched it. Because it's Pedro Almodovar, maybe the most famous Spanish filmmaker since Luis Buñuel. So what this movie is about is it's about women, like most Almodovar movies. It's also about the color red. That's it. Bye. No, it's about a daughter who kills her father during an attempted rape. And the mother in that situation, Penelope Cruz, her character, Raimunda, she has to deal with the body, essentially, and and her dead husband, who is a real jerk anyway. Not that he should be dead, but, well, maybe, yeah. I mean, he's a bad guy. So what it's really about is about, like, women, and all these women, like, working together and being smart and strong and, like, making the whole community work. And all the men in the movie look like such pieces of shit, with the exception of a few, which is good. That's good. That's pretty accurate. It's like the Billie Eilish interview. Anybody read that in Vogue? I think she put it pretty well. It's just the men are, like, so weak when it comes, especially, I mean, like, particularly when it comes to, like, sex, you know, like the smartest, I don't know, men just crumble when it comes to sex. Yeah. And that she's just saying that, you know, sexual misconduct is everywhere. It's everywhere. And that you can't even get away from it. Anyway, well, not anyway, because it has very much to do with what's going on in this movie. And the other plot line, which is really kind of the major plot line, is that Raimunda and her sister, Soledad, their mother had gone missing, and their aunt is like hanging on by a thread, and they're trying to, like, figure out what to do with the family, but, you know, their parents died in this wildfire, and they don't know what's going on. And then Soledad starts seeing her mom everywhere, and she's like, what the hell's going on? And then her aunt dies, and the mother is just in the house, and they're like, what? And it turns out the mother had been living with the aunt, and I won't spoil anything else, but the mother is alive. That's like that gives away, so that about like 40 minutes in the movie you realize, okay, it's not like a ghost movie. Like, the mother just is a human being. She's alive. It's not like some spiritual, mystical thing. She's just like, hi, yes, I am alive, and let me explain to you what's going on. And so it's interesting. It's like how the mother is, like, trying to correct mistakes that had happened during her life. Even now that she's seen as being dead, she can kind of, like, use her daughters to kind of, I don't know, manipulate the village in a sense. That makes it sound more complicated than it is, but basically just a kind of, it is like a ghost story, except the mother isn't actually a ghost, but she's just trying to resolve the things in her life that had gone wrong and mistakes she had made, and they parallel very nicely what Raimunda is going through. And it has a lot to do with the infidelity of men, and, like, making poor decisions, and yeah, a lot of, it's also a little bit like, remember that movie Goodbye Lenin? It's like Goodbye Lenin in reverse. In Goodbye Lenin, a woman goes into a coma, and she's super hardcore about the Soviet Union. And when she comes out of the coma, the Soviet Union has completely dissolved. And the son doesn't want her to, like, because she'll lose her mind. So they just pretend like Soviet Russia is still, the Soviet Union's still intact, and it hasn't broken up. And it's kind of like a comedy, and it's kind of a drama. It's really good. It was the movie that launched Daniel Bruhl's career. It's a very good movie. I saw that. That was like one of the first foreign films I think I saw in the theater. Yeah, I think that this was a big. Eddie just said it won. This movie won big at cons. I believe so too. I think it was also like one of the first times that uh, an actress had been nominated for Best Actress and had been in a foreign language film. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. I think that that's the case, though. I think Penelope Cruz got nominated for Best Actress in a motion picture for this movie, and I think it was the first time that, well, that doesn't fully make sense. Maybe that happened earlier in her career, but I saw that stat. Anyway, some of the scenes I really like is like there's a lot of scenes where women have to like carry heavy things like dead bodies or refrigerators, mainly those two things, and it becomes like this theme, and I like that their teamwork, they can do it perfectly fine. They just need, two or three people to help them, and they do it like really I don't know, intelligently. I don't know why that would be weird. All female cast, one Best Actress. Damn. At Cannes or at the Oscars? That's awesome though. Yeah, the movie is like, it is like girl power without being like pandering. It's just got like, I don't know. It's not trying to do that. It's not like, look at how powerful women are. It's just like, no, it's just a movie about women. I don't know. And yeah, and I guess because most movies are just this same story but about dudes, So I don't know. I just think it's so cool how like resourceful they are, and like it taps into something that's like not uniquely female, but is like a female characteristic that I think is really important, which is compassion. And I'm not saying that men don't have compassion, but I think it's one of the characteristics that's the motherly aspect of a woman that isn't. I'm not saying all women are like. I'm not generalizing, but I guess in a way I am generalizing, and I'm saying that they are motherly, and I'm just trying to give them credit as life givers and stuff, and there's a compassion level there that I think supersedes that of men on the if we're just going to do it on the anthropologic level, but I'm sure there are exceptions to the rule. Anyway, it's pretty great. I don't want to kind of spoil where it goes, but it is really about men being weak, women being strong, and like crazy sex drive, sex. Men are sex driven, basically. Like, and they'll drop anything else, for a sexy woman. And it's pretty, I don't know. It's just got like a really sweet ending with a lot of closure and stuff. Yeah, where is everybody? Why aren't they chatting? I don't know. Maybe it's the bad weather. Maybe it's that I started too early, but that's okay. Maybe nobody gives a shit about Volver. But yeah, there's some good stuff. There's a lot of red. That would be the theme. There's so much red in this movie, which is good. It works because red, blood and passion and love and vengeance and death, and it's like sexy. And then the fire's red, and the red peppers and red tomatoes and red lipstick and red outfits and red cars. Like all Almodovar movies have red cars in them, and it's just like, I love it. We're just getting into the curl up in our Almodovar, like a touristic film world, cinematic world that he's created. That's so nice, because this is, I think he did 4 in a row that were like really good. There was Talk to Her, All About My Mother, and then there's one in between there, and then this, and that's like 4 amazing movies. Yeah, the hyper-reality is badass that he's able to create. Just like the little moments, and I love all the culture. It all feels so super realistic. Like the aunt makes her two nieces, Sol and Ramunda, like little Tupperware of food, and it's just like so authentic. It's like, I mean, I can relate to like the Italian thing there of like, oh, and you got the 2 Tupperware things. Like my mom even does that. Like every time I see her, she gives me Tupperware with all this food, and it's all organized, The word volver means to return or coming back, coming back, like to go back, to return. Yeah, I really think it's one of the best Almodovar movies I've seen. I really don't like. Hey, that's a good question. It's on HBO Max, I believe. If you could double check that for me, that would be wonderful, Eddie. Because I don't like opening. I think I've said this before. Sometimes when I open a new window while I'm live streaming, bad things happen. So that's why I don't usually look up facts while I'm on there. Also, it makes for a bad stream. But I love that 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 Spanish music, you know, with the Spanish guitars and the that's really good. I have the opportunity to go to Spain. A friend of mine has invited me there, and I have nothing to do for months, and I should do it, but I'm not going to because I can't. I'm so afraid of flying and afraid of not having control and everything. It's so crazy. I mean, I even slowly started taking steps towards it. One of the things I need to do is renew my passport. And the first step in renewing my passport, I figured, was to get my social security card, which I don't have. I've never had it. I've never even seen it. I know the number, obviously, but it would be helpful to have that because it's just, if you have that document, it makes it simpler to get your passport, which I'm sure I could do it with tax documents or whatever, but I'm just trying to put as many hurdles in front of me as possible. So I signed up, did this whole thing to get a replacement social security card, which is very complicated, and it's not complicated, I should say. It's just a lot of steps, and it's make sure you're on you're on .gov, that you're not giving it to like some Chinese firm or something like that. So I did that, and then since then I've just been having dreams about weird flight, you know. So it's like weird. I'm in planes and stuff, and I'm having anxiety about it, and all I've done is that. So I'm gonna keep going for it, and I'm gonna get the passport. You want a trip to Valencia? When? Where is Valencia? I mean, like, exactly. I know roughly where it is. But yeah, I could go and like live in Catalonia for like weeks with very, very few expenses, and I'm not gonna do it. I know I'm not gonna do it. In fact, even talking about it now is making me anxious. And it all has to do with Connie, man. I can't not have control, you know. I can't be somewhere where I don't have control. I don't know. I've just said the same thing over and over again. So yeah, Volver, highly recommend this movie. It's not a movie for women or anything like that. It just has all women in it, but it's not like or whatever. It's got some Blood Simple in there. There's a little tiny bit of yeah, I mean, I know it's in Spain, but I meant like specifically. Did you go? And how did you win the trip? I want the story, Eddie. I mean, I know it's in Spain. But like, is it in the north or in the south or? Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I know. I actually looked that up. It's very expensive to take a ship across the Atlantic. I did look that up, but that scares me a lot too. It's not that I'm scared. I'm not scared of the actual flying. It's about. Oh, maybe I am. Yeah, I am. I am. Even though I understand it. I understand perfectly how. I understand lift. I understand how a plane works and airfoil. You know, the air takes longer to go over the top of the wing than it does to under the bottom of the wing because of the shape, and that creates lift because it's got a longer distance to travel, and it pushes up, so you put a ton of power behind it. Did you go? Ed worked for Bloomingdale's, and he won a trip to Valencia, which is sweet. I don't know. No, Ordinary People is still not better than Raging Bull. But that's not fair because I think Raging Bull is, you know, like a seminal achievement in American cinema. And I think Ordinary People is a very good movie. And I think any other year probably would deserve to win. And that movie is kind of growing on me. Ed won for selling the most Nespresso machines, the latest model. That's sweet. Good job, bro. So that must have been awesome. What do you mean by you trust yourself more than others? I don't know what that was referring to. And so, that must have been so much fun, man. So I've been to England once. I mean twice. Excuse me. Yes, I've been to England twice, and I took a semester abroad in Italy, which I think I talked about. So it was 4 months in Italy, and that's when I traveled all around Europe. And then one other time in high school, I went to Italy with my high school Italian class trip for a week, which was, you know, it was kind of it was a quick trip. Yeah, Raging Bull still is always going to hold up, man. It's so fresh and amazing. I can't wait to talk about that on Friday. I'm going to watch it today and tomorrow probably because I want to really make sure that I'm up to date on it. So it might be some sort of lame thing that I review tomorrow because I'll be watching Raging Bull as well. But anyway, the last scene I wanted to talk about, there's a scene where the mother is listening to Raimundo sing, and it's a song that she taught her, and Raimundo doesn't know that her mother's alive yet, so she's hiding in the back of a car, like listening to her sing for this film crew, and it's just so beautiful. It's great. That's the best scene in the movie. I recommend it, and I recommend you guys all go down the Almodovar road. Let's see what happens. So, I didn't set anything up, so this might be utterly disastrous. Let's see what happens. Yes. Yeah, I do. I trust myself more than others. But the thing about driving a car is that I have control over. I could stop at any point. I can turn around. I can get out. I could shit my pants. It wouldn't matter. I think that's what it is. No, it wasn't off topic. I just couldn't remember. Since the text is slightly delayed, I wasn't sure what I had talked about. So you can rent this movie on Prime for $4, and you could buy it for $6. But it's also on hbomax, and I bet it's on. It might be on Mubi. It might be on Criterion Channel as well because I know they have a lot of stuff. But I've never seen Women on the Verge of Nervous Breakdown. Isn't that crazy? You know what is not a very good... Oh, no, that's Alfonso Cuarón's first movie that I don't like. That's about AIDS. Anyway. All right, I'm going to do some music and see what happens. But I haven't set anything up, so it's going to be weird. Oh, Raging Bull is not on HBO Max. Sorry, I thought you were still talking about Volver. Let's see where you can watch Raging Bull. Raging Bull. I mean, I would just buy it on fucking 4K Blu-ray, even though I'm not sure if that exists. The first thing that came up is some sort of shoe called Jordan 5 Retro DMP Raging Bull Red Suede, $800. Oh my God, I'm not the kind of person to spend $800 on a pair of shoes. Raging Bull streaming. Let's see, streaming. So sorry, that other stuff I was talking about was about Almodovar movies. Okay, so if you have a Cinemax subscription, you can watch it. You can rent it pretty much on every platform for $4. From YouTube, Google Play, Vudu, iTunes, Apple TV, Amazon Prime. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be anywhere for free. So you might have to give Scorsese some bucks. Okay. I was kind of what is it called? I was kind of just stretching to see if anybody else would show up and want to talk about this stuff. But if nobody has anything to say, there you go. Yeah. I mean, for keeps, to buy it for $6 is really not a big deal in my opinion. But I also have a wall of movies that I've probably spent fucking $5,000 on. Hopefully not that much. Anyway, okay. I was thinking about doing a thing, like an unboxing video. Those are really popular, and I was thinking about maybe getting like getting like one of those boxes of like 100 random DVDs for $20. Maybe I'll do something like that. Yeah, I wonder what. Yeah, YouTube does seem to be having movies for free, like with ads and stuff. I've noticed them popping up. Kevin's been talking about that a lot. I think he's been watching a lot of stuff on there. I'll check that out. I see it pop up every once in a while. Yeah, I mean, you can find pretty much anything you can find, even if it's just a few bucks. But yeah, I'm gonna get going. I'll talk to you guys later. This is a very good movie. Oh, I should have mentioned all the other women in it that are really good, but that was so American of me to only mention the one that dated Tom Cruise. Okay, anyway. Yes, that's what Ashen's. Yes, that's who I'm talking about. I reviewed Ashen's channel, actually. I like Ashen's a lot. It's so low budget. His channel is amazing. He just opens DVDs and he goes, that one stinks. And he just buys crap on the internet and opens it. Super funny. Yeah, Ashen's. I like him too, man. Yeah, so maybe I'll do that. And then what I'll do... Hang on. And then what I'll do is I got the 100-sided die a while back in the mail. This is a 100-sided die. But there's a problem. It rolls too much. Like, it doesn't have enough flat sides. It's basically just a ball with 100 numbers on it. So, like, my desk is too off kilter. It's not level, so it just kind of rolls around. But, so we'll do something where if I get like a box of 100 just cheap free DVDs or crap DVDs, and then I'll do a thing where we like roll and I have to watch whatever it is or something, you know, no matter how stupid it is. So we'll make up something like that. I mean, I'm not trying to rip off Red Letter Media or whatever, but whatever. Could be fun. So we'll figure something out. Cool. All right. Talk to you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Thank you for watching. Check out Ashen's if you want to watch somebody like unbox crap from China. It's fucking hysterical. Take it easy, guys. Have a wonderful, rainy, shitty Wednesday. Peace.